Hello, Divine Ones. This is Fairy Dust 1111, and this is the weekend read for the collective. Now, I call this my gumbo read because I just choose a card, or sometimes a couple cards may pop out from each deck. And I do not ask a question, but I just ask the Spirit just to give me any type of information that may be for the collective as a whole, or for clusters of the collective, or a specific wave, whatever messages that may come through, just to come through. And so, as well, I encourage people to actually go check out the reading for yesterday. I actually did it live on Instagram, so it should be posted now. And then I also implore people to check out the reading from the day before that was loaded full of information and actually channeled messages that I've never had that type of experience before, and it was really intense. And let me see. And also the one before, the day before that, it was a specific message about inheritance and money. And money is also an energetic exchange. So those two videos had a lot of information in them. And so basically we are in this type of energy, the 717 portal. Energy is starting to come through. And it's been very strong and very potent. And so it's very fast. Whenever that rune or the card like the Ace of Clubs come up, the Spirit always shows me a comet, like a shooting star. And it's like this new anointing, this DNA activation. It's like this new information that's coming from, remember what a comet is. It's a conglomerate, or like a big cluster of different matter that was been collected from wherever that comet has traveled in a galaxy. And then whatever that information that was collected is being brought to the divine ones here on this plane, also with different DNA activations as well. So this is the card that came up for today, but this is for the entire weekend or whenever you run across this. Like, we are not prisoners to the 3D time frame, okay? As divine ones, we rule time. All right. So the death card is not tradition. I mean, it's not necessarily about somebody dying, but it's more so about transformation. And so actually what my eyes first went to is here, this bag of bones is holding a hourglass. And what an hourglass is, you know how it has sand on two different portions of it, and it's like almost like a funnel shape in the middle, like an hourglass. And so the sand goes through the hourglass to represent a certain amount of time. And so a couple things is coming through is that this is like a call to action once again about time, like not necessarily like the 3D time, but like time. It's like this cycle that's coming upon us, the 717 portal, with all this information. And so the Spirit is saying it's time. Hello, like it's trying to get your attention that this is a perfect time or a cycle that will put you in a whole nother realm. Like, you will be in a whole nother class all your own. You would be regardless if it's in the negative, like if you are in this energy of like negativity, pessimism, just self-doubt, self-loathing, like this type of energy, that you will actually put yourself in retrograde, a deficit with that type of energy. Depending on the energy that you're in, when these energies come in with this series of eclipses and even comets, though, actually when the day before yesterday, when I did that really intense reading, one of the comments that were left behind was like that the message was very similar to her and her twin, but also she's seen a shooting star, and a star rune came up in the reading, as well as with the image of a shooting star. And also the Spirit had me said shooting star. So it's like this energy that's coming through, and it's bringing new knowledge, new information, and transformation. But like, which way are you going to transform? Are you going to transform in the negative, or are you going to transform in the positive, bringing in this abundance, manifestation powers, and even honestly, what's been coming through is like X-Men type of powers, and I don't care what anyone else says. Like, you can go ahead and live in the 3D limitations if you want, but the divine ones will be stepping up to the plate, and we will be doing unbelievable type of things. That's the type of thing, stuff that's coming through. Let me see where the spirit wants me to go to next. So it's also, we've had this card a couple times in relation to the divine masculine. And so this is no different with this transformation card. It's like death to the old self. That's also what it represents. It's like, okay, the old self is dead. Behold, a new creation, a new creature, all together. Through these DNA activations, we will look even different, like almost like a shapeshifter, almost like morphing. Like if you look like a bag of bones before, I'm sorry, I'm not being insulting to anybody. Either, you know, you could look like a little older or more aged, but through this DNA activation, that you could actually end up looking like 20, 30 years younger because of the transformation that's coming through. And that's like morphing. Even morphing in your character when people were like, oh my gosh, you changed. Yeah, you're daggone right, I changed. I'm not staying in the same 3D mindset. Like, you can do that if you want to. You can stay in death. And remember what death is. Death is being stripped of your divinity. Death is limitations. Death is sin. Death is separating from your godhood, from your divinity. All right? And so who wants to be limited? I'm not going to stay in death mentality. I'm not going to be limited. I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up with this new anointing, these new ideas, this new DNA activation. Like, it's like this person is stepping up to the plate, and stepping up to the challenge, stepping up and receiving that new information and activation. All right. And another message is, too, some people with the balancing act, some people are trying to waver in between. Like how they want to be in the 3D. They live in the 3D, and they want to also receive the blessings from the spirit. Meaning, like, yeah, we all may be physically here on the 3D plane, but some of us light workers, divine ones, illuminated beings, we're actually doing the work to balance within ourselves. So therefore, we can receive this new energy and new information that's coming through. However, you have some that are trying to pretty much play the fence. Like, they want to only seek the spirit to get things. Like, gimme. But they still want to live in death. Like, they just want the spirit just to give them tangible things. Like, oh, go ahead and give me my relationship. Go ahead and give me my job, my car, my house, and then I'm through with you. But it don't work like that. The spirit said, no, it don't work like that. All right, let me see. Okay, so with this spiritual teacher, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. All right, so spiritual teacher, like with this new energy that's coming through, spiritual, you see how they have these different symbols from all these different religions and theologies, is that with this new energy that's coming through, you will be really led and taught by the spirit, not by man-made mindsets. These are just mindsets right here. It's like they give you a little taste of what the spirit has, but they're not giving you the full course meal. And if you want the full course meal and not like a little appetizer, then you need to connect with the spirit. And then with that, you'll be able to show others. That's what we're supposed to do. We're freedom fighters. We are the modern day priesthood. All right, we're part of the sainthood. We're saints. All right, so we're supposed to take this this information and spread it to others. And with this being said, is like you have here with the Empress, and the Empress is in reverse, and then with the Queen of Diamonds. So this could be someone that is receiving the message from the day before yesterday and the day before that was about this person, this specific person or like small cluster of people maybe receiving inheritance or some type of lump sum of money. And so the spirit is saying with this is that to seek the spirit on how to invest that money. because you're not just going to have this money. This money is not just being given to you just for you to ball out and then you be broke the next day or the next week. No, this is a good opportunity with these energies that are coming through, that if you follow the spirit and the instructions that the spirit has for you, that you can leave a legacy. A legacy, okay? Like, you can literally change your economic situation, period. And not just for your generation, but also for your children and your children's children. That with this fast moving energy, this fiery energy, this activation type of energy, that when you seek the spirit, that the spirit will show you how to take this money, take $5 and make $500 out of it, like that. Like, literally, it's like that type of energy. It's like you have such a little bit. You have like a little bit. Not like how some people say when they had investments. Like, for example, Donald Trump. He said he had, with his first investment, he had $1 million. He said, I only had $1 million. Of course, he has a bigger mindset, which is good, though, because I'm going to be right up there with you, baby. I feel you. However, like, most people say, oh, $1 million. Shoot, $1 million. I would be balling then. Yeah, because you have that type of mindset. But, like, pretty much, like, you're with your investment and with this fast moving energy, that with the right investment, you can take literally like something that most people would look at like as little, the equivalent of $5, and make a multi-million-dollar return on it. Some of you may be 100,000aires after this, which is still good because you wasn't 100,000aire before. Some of you may be millionaires after this. But see, it's not only about that, though, because it's also a spiritual process, too. Because what is money? Money is nothing but a tool. Money is nothing but, you see how I'm holding these cards? These are tools. This is like money. But money also represents an energetic exchange, all right? And so, as well, the spirit is saying that that you will be able to receive wisdom beyond this world, beyond these regular theologies, beyond anything that is on this plane at all. That this is available. All right, let's see. All right, once again, the spirit wants me to do this. All right, with positive energy. Now, remember how I was saying, depending on what energy you're in, is what you're going to duplicate, multiply, not even duplicate, because that's double. You can end up tripleizing or quadruplizing, if that's a word. It's a word right now. Okay? This type of energy. All right? So, depending on the mindset, depending on where you are 3Dly, when these energies come through, which they're starting to come through now, like that reading was like indication, like it's been building up over time, and I can feel it. And a lot of people say they've been feeling the difference, and even like normal humans, they've been feeling like some type of a difference too. All right. And so with that being said, so depending on what energy you are in, you see this glow right here. So depending on what type of energy you are in, you will multiply that energy within you. All right. And your circumstance that goes along with it. Because remember, like with the law of attraction, if you want to use that as an example. So if you're in a negative energy, if this is in reverse and you're in a negative energy, negative mindset, negative Sally or Sass, well, I don't know. Whatever like little name you want to use, but somebody that's negative Nate, negative Nancy, that if you want to be in that type of energy, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a negative mindset. It may also be like self-defeating, oh, this can never happen to me, like disbelief, like lacking what they call faith. I call the knowing, fighting the spirit too. That can also be like, well, I know it all already, like a person that may think they know it all already. I got this. I don't need no spiritual help. Screw the spirit. Somebody may literally be saying that, like, screw the spirit. With the spirit, I am this, I am that. I don't need God. That type of mentality is that all you're going to do is just replicate that mentality that's going to put you even further back away from seeking real true alignment and real true happiness. All right. But if you're in this positive, receptive type of energy, really trying to receive from the spirit, the high spirit, the divine source, really, not from a human standpoint. You see how humans have all their theologies? You see all these theologies here? You see all these mentalities, judgments, confinements that humans have? If you're really stepping out of that, then guess what you will receive? You will receive this wisdom that is out of this world. You will receive this transformation, and that is unbelievable. All right, so as well, the spirit, you guys know that I like to sit outside when I'm doing the reading, so I do have a mic. You may hear a little bit of background noise, but I am in the mic, so pardon me about that. So it is saying, the spirit is saying, give this a chance. Like, you gamble in life every day. Really, you do. Everything is like a gamble. But now, you know, the ratio of what is more likely to happen according to the 3D statistics, etc., blah, blah, blah. But every day is a gamble. So why not? Why not give the spirit a chance? What will it really hurt? Like, if you already hurting anyway, what is the big deal? Like, what does it matter? If you already are a prisoner, which death is this 3D existence, being held prisoner. If you're already a prisoner, you already have this negative mindset, why not give the spirit a chance? Why not be like, oh, like, you know, one thing that I always say, oh, I'm afraid of being disappointed. I used to say that, but I'm already disappointed anyway. So why not go ahead and give it really a chance? It really will not hurt. If anything, it will just at least give you some hope for a little while, you know, at the very least. But the spirit is saying with all of this is that you're going to have more than just hope. All right. So that's what the spirit is saying. Like, at least give it a chance. But as well, too, hold on, it's something else. It's something else. It's something else with this. So hold on, it's something else. Hold on. And it's coming. With this, give a chance, and a queen. It may be some type of rivalry, not just rebellion. What is it? Rivalry. Like, some friends could have had a falling out. It's something dealing with a female. It could even be like a really feminine male. I want to say someone that may be like, you know, what comes to mind is RuPaul. Like, someone that maybe a cross-dresser, or someone that is what they call gay. I just say someone who just loves, you know. But anyway, I'm just trying to illustrate a picture for you guys so you can understand. Like, it's some type of feminine that either two feminines have had some type of disagreement. They could have been sisters. Now, this also is in relation to that reading I was telling you about inheritance. Like, the reading about 2-3 days ago or something like that. And it could be in relation to that this person may feel like the other person may have had favoritism, or that it's prettier than them, or that treats them unfairly. It's some type of, it's two feminine energies. Sister and sister, mother and daughter, a guy that's like feminine, and another feminine, and it's some type of jealousy, and some type of rivalry, and some type of like bumping of the heads there. And so the spirit is saying that it's healing available for that relationship, if only you would have a different mindset. If only you would, the thing that came to me is like, hear their point of view. Try to empathize with them. Because maybe you did do something that they felt they were really offended by. And really being on the receptive type of end of like, of being forgiving and understanding of their situation and their viewpoint. And really seek the spirit about this, because that was coming to me is that this is an abundant and blessed union, And I don't mean like union, like husband, wife, that type of, or lover type of like union. Like this is a abundant type of relationship that will bring a lot of balance and joy to your life. And you guys may have had a business together, or maybe had some type of plans, um, some type of plans like for a specific group of people, or like one person or something. You guys could have either went into business together or planned to go into business together, and then someone felt like they were being cheated or mistreated or overworked, and then they had a falling out. You guys had a falling out, and now you guys aren't speaking to each other. And if it is speaking, either it could be a lot of arguing, or you're just like, whatever, whatever. Someone could have actually dated their boyfriend, or was something like that. That's for one, or it could be a cluster. I mean, it's hard to tell like how many people it may be for. It just depends on how strong it is. Another situation is that with the siblings, that it was like a sibling that was, they always felt like the sibling was more loved than them. And it's like this feminine type of energy. So it's like two sisters. It could be stepsisters. One could have been adopted. Like it's like something that they felt like it was unfair. Like they were treated or viewed, looked at unfairly. Like maybe favoritism or something. So I apologize about that. For some reason, my camera, I looked down and it stopped. Once again, like, some type of like little attack or whatever. So I'm not sure which cards I had held up, but I was on the part about explaining with this female energy and how they are feeling like they've been unfairly treated, like with this female. It's like some type of unfairness. They feel like they're being cheated out of something, or their boyfriend could not just their boyfriend, but like either they felt like the sister could have been more attractive to than them, or the female, or the best friend, or some type of female type of thing, get more attention than them. Like maybe they could have slept with their boyfriend, or they could have felt that their boyfriend was more attracted, or their husband was more attracted to this other female. It could have been a cousin, some type of female relationship. And so let me pull because these were the runes that I end up pulling, and I thought it was recording this entire time, but surprise, it wasn't. So the first one that had came up was question mark. Okay, and so all right, let me reconnect. All right, so with the question mark, the spirit is saying that for this person or these group of people, I think this is like a group of people overall, a group of beings overall, that think that they know it all, and they're questioning how can I connect to the spirit? How can I make things right in my life? Because their life may be a mess, and what I mean by a mess, they may feel like they're off. Like they just not manifesting what they want out of life. And so the spirit is saying, like, you see how these people are all on one level, and they have these rods, and they're all uniform. Like they all have the same type of mentality. They all think they have it figured out. They're all living on lower levels. That means they're prisoners to the 3D existence. Okay. And then the spirit is saying you need to step up and seek divine truth, not these you see these the one word that comes to mind is stereotypes. Another word that comes to mind is restrictions, limited thoughts. You see all of these religions right here. This is not real aspects of spirituality. Real aspects of spirituality is seeking truth, divine truth, not based off of man-made truth. Okay, now these man-made truths have man-made contingencies. Also is limited truths. Okay, it's limited, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you better do this, you better do that. And the divine saying is that it suppresses the man, the human, the being, regardless, like the 3D individual. It compresses them and suppresses them and depresses them as well. Okay, and so the spirit is saying seek divine truth. And then the next one that I picked was actually the water. So yeah, we may have, of course, we're gonna have some water signs watching. I am a water sign, and I have a lot of water in my chart. Emotional, and those emotions used to work against me. You see, like I had this contingent mindset, and it kept me on the lower level, and I was in my lower emotions. The same thing is with you, because with these individuals, with this wave, or with these certain individuals, is that they're stuck in their lower emotions, meaning that their 3D existence affect their emotions. And when you that's the way how you manifest, through your emotions. All right. And so if you are in this negative type of energy, in this contingent type of emotional mindset, that everything that happens to you dictates how the way you feel, compared to you dictate to your experience how the way, not just the way how you feel, but the way how you're going to manifest and what you want out your life. Because remember, when you connect to your higher self that directly communes with the Holy Spirit, the Christos energy, then guess what? You dictate to your life what you want. And so that's what the Spirit is saying, that you need to take these lower emotions and connect to your higher emotions, aka your higher self, and be led by the Spirit. And then the other rune that came out was the 333. And so this is like about unconditional love. All right. And so specifically the message was, this is of course for everyone, but however, this is mainly for these females right here. Or also it could be, you know, a male that is like female, you know, people would say gay or whatever, but I just say they being themselves or whatever. And so it could be a actual 3D may have been born a man, but however, like they identify with female. All right. So with this group of individuals that the Spirit is saying, you may ask, well, how can we ever rectify this situation? Because I can't stand her, or either she can't stand me, or they did this to me and they did that to me. And the Spirit is saying, you better apply that unconditional love to it, that 333 energy, that Christos energy, that Holy Spirit energy to it, because this is a blessed and spiritual union right here. And it's not not necessarily a romantic union. Why this could be two female lovers. Yes, it could be. However, I'm not really so much picking that up. I'm not ruling that out, but I'm not picking that out. I'm picking that up. I'm picking up more so like family members or really close friends. Like those, it could have been like female cousins. It could be the mother-daughter. It could be sisters. It could be, you know, female best friends. And they had some type of falling out. And so the Spirit is saying, you need to rectify that. Oh, and you know what the Spirit has brought to me? I'm going to have to say it myself. I actually just recently had a dream about her. Myself and one of my friends. And it actually was good that we separated for a little while, because I was able to get on the journey that I'm supposed to get on to, because I was more of like a passive aggressive type. And now, I wouldn't say I'm aggressive, but I just more so am I'm aligned and continuously aligning with myself and what God has me to be and who God has me to be. So therefore, I just recently had a dream about her like last week. And so the Spirit is definitely pointing the finger at me too. So I'm not completely ruled out. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. All right, so it's that nothing is impossible. What can be impossible for God? Okay? So the Spirit is saying, you not necessarily, you don't have to reach out right now, but apply that 333 on it. Apply that unconditional love on the situation, and the Spirit will do the rest, okay? But it's about you also changing your mindset as well. And through you changing your mindset and opening up to the 333, the unconditional love, is that the Spirit will do the rest. You'd be surprised. The person may even reach out to you if you start to do your healing on this situation. You got to start healing first. Because the person can reach out to you, or you could go reach out to the person not in the right energy, and then you could make things even worse. All right, because it's all about healing and bringing freedom. All right, let's pick one more. Let's see what's in the goodie bag. Okay, this one's keep on popping out even in personal readings. So once again, all right, so the Spirit is saying, for some of you guys, not yet, because this is a crescent moon. This is like a half, well, not even a half moon, but it's saying, it could be, you could say it's a half moon if you wanted to, but a crescent moon pretty much is not a full moon. So it's saying that it's not time for some of you guys, it may not be time for to reach out and try to rectify this situation. Okay, because you have to do some healing yourself. And for some of you, let me see, hold on. With this balancing act, is that you're trying to straddle the fence, as they would call it. I think that's a more, that I've heard it in church, but also too, I've heard it other places where a person have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the spirit is like, you can't do anything like that. You can't manifest anything being halfway in and halfway out. Either you're gonna be full in or full out. Either you're gonna really step up to the plate and really seek the Holy Spirit, and not be this halfway. I say halfway. What came to mind was half-ass, but I'll say halfway type of energy. Like, I'm doing it, I'm gonna do this halfway just because I want to get what I want to get out of the situation, and screw everything else and screw everybody else. All right, some of you guys may even be actually what people even consider selfish, but being in that type of energy of being imbalanced is being selfish. All right, let me see if the spirit has anything else. Let's see. Okay. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me see what else is in store. Okay. All right. I believe that's it. Okay, so once again, I just want to thank everybody for even like taking the opportunity to even stop on the video and listening. And I just thank God for this calling and for this mission and this ministry, because we all have a mission, we all have a passion, we all have a purpose, we all have a ministry in this existence. All right, and it's time for us to start to align with that. Screw all of this around here, you know, cover that all up, and just think about the actual alignment process. All right, and this reading right here is my gumbo reading. So I take one or how many ever cards that may pop out of each deck, and it's no specific order to it. You see how they all just like right here, and it's like a pile of stuff, information right here, messages right here, and however the spirit has me to pull and arrange them. And as well, this comes with runes, and this is actually this amount right here, $33.03 for this reading, and it's a spirit-led reading. And thank you guys also, if you want, you know, this reading or any other readings are actually down below. And in addition to that is that with all the readings for this week as well as next week, as far as I know, and the spirit may change it, that they include free runes with it. So if you were to order this one, the head runes, then I would throw crystals and extra runes in with this specific order right here. And as well, thank you guys that have already purchased the readings. I work on the readings every day. Let me see, anything else I have to say? Thank you guys for the energetic exchanges, the 613 energetic exchanges, aka the donations, for the prayers and the love. And I'm sending love and abundance to everyone. Shooting it on out. And thank you guys again. All right, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.